One of the things I've enjoyed the most about writing my 3 novels is recording the audiobook. Hi, I'm Andy, actor and author of Asking for a Friend and Tough Crowd, and this is my series on writing my latest novel, Most Wanted, where I break down the process of going from idea to published novel. Now, in the last post, I was talking about those last technical stages that get the book ready for publication, but what about the audiobook? Well, for me, one of the things that I knew from early on was that I really wanted to narrate my audiobooks, mainly because I could hear the characters in my head as I was writing. The idea of reading the book wasn't a secondary thought. It was there right from the beginning. And many times when I would read my book out loud, I would already be almost rehearsing the voices. So getting into the studio and bringing the characters to life for the listener was something that I was so looking forward to. On Asking for a Friend, I realized that actually one of the important things I have to remember is remembering the voices that I'd come up with, because recording an audiobook can actually take 4, maybe 5 days, depending on how long the book is. In Tough Crowd, I was a little bit more prepared because I'd had the previous experience, but it still comes as a challenge, and it's quite a mentally tiring activity because you have to maintain your energy. And then when it came to Most Wanted, that was a different challenge again, because for the first time, I had a male lead character who was in dialogue with a female lead character throughout the story. And so I had to find a way to go between those two voices without it being too put on. The other challenge I had with Most Wanted is that there's some little moments of narration, of first person dialogue. And it's really important that the listener actually doesn't know who that person is that's speaking. But then how do you do that in an audiobook? So I had to find a middle ground between those two lead characters to make sure that it didn't give away this really important bit of story information. So that was my journey all the way from idea through to published novel, ebook and audiobook. I really hope you've enjoyed this series, and if you've got a book that you're working on, I really hope it inspires you to carry on working at it, or if you've already started it, to get it over that finish line. I was talking to someone who was saying they weren't sure whether the world needs their story, and I really thought to myself, well, actually, it's not our job to figure out whether the world wants our story. We just write our stories, and if the world wants it, it'll let us know.